forgot what it's called, but anyway. What's that?
So you're American, you should know.
Nah, I forgot, brother. I ain't been there in years. But yeah, man. I mean, it's funny, but it's the truth, man. The truth of the matter is if you're tiptoe, man, and you're walking, you got 1 foot, and you got 1 foot in the truth, then you ain't walking. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have both feet in the truth. You gotta do exactly what's required of you. Go on, brother.
Take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which have 10 talents.
Right, go on.
For unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he that shall have abundance.
Right.
But from him that hath not shall be taken away, even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness.
Right.
There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
So it says there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Excuse me. It says there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Why is it going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth? Why? Because you're going to have the unprofitable servants that was playing games. Yeah, brother, I like what you're saying, brother. Shalom, brother. You know? And they post some comments. Yeah, shalom, brother. Yeah, man. You know, tell that devil to his face, man. But when you check his works, he ain't out there in the street. He's back in the basement somewhere. All right, he's living in he's probably in his mom's basement somewhere, talking that talk, but he's not really walking that walk. So you gotta walk that walk, man. You understand? I could somewhat understand. I mean, if you just one guy and you gotta hit the streets, I mean, that's a heavy thing for certain brothers. That's a heavy thing to do where you just sit up on the street by yourself. You know what I mean? But if you don't want to do your own thing, then you go, hey, you get in contact with the brothers. You know, you find some sort of way to get in contact with the truth. The brothers that have the truth. So that you're inside the house. Give me Proverbs 18 and 10? The book of Proverbs 18 and 10. Because if you're not a part of the house of the Lord, then you're going to be totally dismayed when all hell breaks loose, and ultimately you're going to be destroyed when Yahweh Shah comes back.
So Proverbs 18 and 10.
Yeah.
The name of Yahweh is a strong tower.
Right, so that's the point right there. You got to be in the tower, going, the spiritual tower.
The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
And the righteous runneth into it and are safe. What is that tower representing? This truth. This truth is as a strong tower. Okay? So if anything happens outside of the tower, you're going to be protected from it. And that's why it tells you in Isaiah 33, in this holy Bible that we read, that we break down correctly, unlike these double chin buck dancing pastors, coon sample pastors out there. All right. Hey, read that one more time, brother. One more time.
The name of Yahweh is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it and is safe.
Right. And we are in the right. We are in that tower. And so much so, when all hell breaks loose, we're going to be covered. We're going to be cold chilling, man. I mean, we're going to be scared to a certain level of degree because we haven't experienced such a scenario before. But we're going to be stable-minded even in that time, still. Okay, because we knew that, number one, we knew that this was coming. Okay, and we also meditated upon these things as well. So when you meditate about something that's going to happen in the future and it happens, you're not really it's not going to frighten you too much. Because you already knew it in your mind. You understand? And that's the beauty of it all. Is that we're going to be stable-minded when all hell breaks loose, because the Lord woke us up to this information and the prophecies as well. And being that be the case, when the Lord drops the ball by using these men that's in high positions of government, that's in control of this revival of ancient Rome, we're going to be okay. But guess what? All of these Christians that went to church and trusted in pork chop pastor with the suit and tie. Number one, let's just get one thing straight. The pastor himself is going to lose his school. It's going to get so bad out here, he's going to use the fabric of that suit and tie to wipe his behind. Because guess what? Like I said, these stores are gonna close down. You're not gonna get no access to no toilet paper. Nothing. You're gonna be out in the street when martial law is declared. Everybody's gonna be on the run, baby. Everybody's gonna be on the run. And these suit and tie wearing pastors, they're gonna resort to using the same fabric that of the suit and tie that they got, and they're gonna have to wipe their behinds with it. And if anything, eat the doggone fabric. Go on, brother.
It's Psalms 91 and 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
That's what it's all about. It's all about dwelling in the secret place of the Most High. If you're not in this truth and you're not in this word, then you know what, man? I'm telling you, you're gonna be dismayed for what's to come, and you're panicky. You're gonna be destroyed. So that's where you want to be. You want to be in the house of the Lord. The house of the Lord is where the men that you see around you. Okay, this truth, excuse me, we're bringing out this truth, and this truth is also a metaphorical of the tower, the strong tower. So if you're not a part of the strong tower, then you're going to be totally bugged out your mind. Okay, when a higher up ranking elite declare martial law. Okay, go on, brother.
I will say, Yahweh, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in Him will I trust.
And we're going to trust in the Lord. We're going to trust in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, whom the world called Jesus Christ, but we call him Yahushua. You know, when these devils really show their horns in terms of the police force and killing loads of these people out here, we're going to be calm, cool, and collect. We're going to be calm, cool, and collect because we knew that time was going to come. We knew that sort of scenario or that sort of incident was going to come. All right, so we're going to be towered away from all of the travails and the perils that's about to befall in this society here. Okay, and your own government is going to set this thing up. Just like how they set up these different cyber attacks to lead you to the major cyber attack, which is going to totally cover the collapse of the system. So you could be in the bar getting drunk to oblivion, or you could be in a club getting jiggy with it, or just dancing your behind off, like you have nothing else to do, and all of a sudden a major collapse comes. And to cover that collapse, a major incident happens as well. Okay, and that's why the men of the Lord we ought to be vigilant and sober-minded. And also we ought to also keep company with those that are sound in mind. Alright, because in these United States, man, people are more crazy than ever before. So we got to make sure that who we dealing with. Go on, brother. If you got a precept. And that's why it says over here, it says, this is what she also states. However, she added, the work undertaken throughout the day has revealed that it is a possibility that we cannot ignore that there is a wider group of individuals linked to this attack. The threat levels have been raised for the time being, meaning a further attack may be imminent, she said. So they're looking for another attack. In a live address late on Tuesday, Ms. May said the change in the threat levels means that there will be an additional resources and support made available to the police as they work to keep us all safe. And that's why you have nothing but police officers around now. If you go to main sites like your major train stations, okay, if you're gonna get on the Midlands train or the Virgin's train or whatever train, hey, you're gonna see cops probably rolling around inside the train to make sure that the people are in check and to make sure that there's no sort of suspicion of terrorism. Okay, so we're already in a stage of an emergency. So we're gonna read this again. So it says, as a result of, excuse me. Right, okay, As a result of the Joint Terrorism Analyst Center decisions, the police have asked for authorization from the Secretary of State for Defense to deploy a number of armed military personnel in support of their armed officers. Again, Operation Temporary. So you have police officers that want to be protected by the military. So you see how they're gradually using the police officers with the guns, and what they're doing is they're gradually having to the military in control. So before you know it, instead of the police officers walking around with the highly equipped military personnel, guns, guess what? The actual military is gonna take charge of the people. Okay, and that's a part of the Blair Acts. Okay, the Civil Contingency Blair Act, where you're gonna have foreign powers that are gonna take control. Instead of government power, there's gonna be foreign powers, and the foreign powers is gonna be the military. Which that's a definition of martial law, when the military takes control. Go on, brother. Yeah, go on, brother.
It's Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prisons,
Right.
that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days.
Right.
Be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life.
Because ultimately, they're going to be gunning for the men of the Lord and those that are about truth. Like your Alex Joneses of the world, those that are advocates for like people like Alex Jones, Christopher Green, and ultimately the Israelites. And that's why you have a thing out there where you have certain letters where if you're on the, I believe it's the yellow, if you're on the yellow list, then you're not going to be much of a threat. But if you're on the blue list, then they can re-educate you. They could take you to a re-educational center and re-educate you to accept the New World Order system. Okay. I'll tell you what, brother, you read and you hold the camera. This is the allergies you see.
Yeah.
What was you reading, brother?
Revelation 2 and 10.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the bottom line. I mean, where we're at right now in terms of the terrorist levels, the terrorist threat level, we're in critical. And what that means is that the police are going to have, and plus the police has already asked authorization towards the Secretary of State if they can have the military help them out. Okay, so they're gradually using the tactic of bringing in the military because of the cyber attack, the next cyber attack they're going to use. Go on, brother, you got a precept. Matter of fact, you know what? You just got here, brother. I'm forgetting. I'm in the zone. Let me get back into reality. Yeah, so as it states right here, it says as a result of the Joint Terrorism Analyst Center decision, the police have asked for authorization from the Secretary of State for Defense to deploy a number of armed military personnel in support of their armed officers. All right, and that's what they want to do. They want to merge the police and the military together. All right, because ultimately what they want to do is they want to have the military in charge. That's the plan. So they've already got everything structured where they want it to be. Because they know somehow, some way, when they collapse the whole entire society, the people are going to lose their fucking mind. Excuse my French. I was doing very well up to now. Excuse me. But the people, they're going to lose their mind. And guess what? The police would have to take control of the people. Excuse me, not the police. The military would have to take full control of the people. Because it's going to get to that point. Hey, brother, if you got a drink over there, if you can pass me the drink. Because my lips is getting dry now, man. Jibber jabber. Thanks, man. And just to go back to what I was saying before, a lot of you jakes out there, a lot of you niggas out there. I mean, we could talk about Esau all day, but Esau is going to have to receive his judgment anyway. Esau's got his judgment coming to him anyway. All right, but the main point of the matter is that you jakes out there that are bullshit, okay, and that don't want to follow the way of righteousness in complete order. You're going to be out there, and you're going to be wanting, and you're going to be regretting the fact that you was bullshit. But then it's going to be too late, and then you're going to be rolling around. You might find a brother, and the brother's just going to give you the cold shoulder. Because we're not going to be teaching nobody about this Bible in that day. Whoever's got it, got it. Whoever don't got it, they don't got it. They're going to have to just carry that bag and deal with it. Okay, and that's the bottom line, man. Even certain sisters as well. You got certain sisters out there that know about this truth, and they bullshit. Okay, they're going to get caught out there as well. Go on, brother. But mainly you brothers, though. Mainly you brothers, man. Mainly you brothers out there. Go on. If you got a precept. So all of this tomfoolery, dressing silly with ripped up jeans and just acting silly. Just want to be a bar drinker all day. All of that's going to just come to a closure. You know, walking around like you ain't got no damn sense. Niggas hanging out in the corner. That's going to be put to an end. Because the same corner these niggas is hanging out on, them corners are going to be on lockdown. And where you going to be hanging out at is probably in a concentration camp somewhere. That's going to be the new hangout area. You know, for you want to be thug gangster niggas out there, man. That's going to be the new hangout area. It's a camp. All right. Yeah, what you got, brother?
It says, Jeremiah 14:17. Therefore thou shalt say this word unto them. Let mine eyes run down with tears night and day, and let them not cease. For the virgin daughter of my people is broken with a great breach, with a very grievous blow. If I go forth into the field, then behold the slain, the sword. And if I enter into the city, then behold them that are sick with famine.
And that's what happened in 70 AD. Go on, brother.
Both the prophet and the priest go apart into a land that they know not.
Right. That's what you have. Because in 65 to 70 AD, what did you have? You had a portion of our people that were known as the Jews at the time, that knew they were Jews at the time. They fled out of Jerusalem, fleeing to other areas, fleeing from Roman persecution. Okay, but inside the city that they were sieged in, there was nothing but dead carcasses there. And guess who had their feast? The vultures had their feast on that day. All right, but guess what? That same sort of scenario is coming back again. The ones of our people that want to dilly-dally around and play games and don't want to correspond with the truth, they're going to be out in the street with their ass up, man. And they're going to be on the street, and they're going to be a part of the street. Okay? That's what's going to happen. There's going to be so much dead bodies on the streets because of famines, because of our biological warfare, all right, or because of the gunning down of the multitude of the people by the military and martial laws declared. So these are the things that's going to occur in these times. And that's why your higher-ups have set up these cyber attacks time in and time out. It is all leading towards where we're going towards, which is martial law. That's why the threat level is risen to critical now. Go on, brother.
Hast thou utterly rejected Judah? Have thy soul loathed Zion? Why hast thou smitten us? And there is no healing for us.
Right, and there's a reason why the Lord is smitten the ones of our people in these days and times. Why? Because they don't listen. They don't want to take heed to the word. So guess what? Along with these Edomites out here, they're going to have to die to death. Just like them. Side by side. Since they want to be side by side with these Edomites, they're going to die side by side by them. Okay? And that's what it's going to be. All of this, oh man, we got to get together. We can't go to war against each other. We got to be at peace. We got to, capture the main enemy. Oh, the main enemy is the government. We got to go at the main government. We got to go, Salaki, we got to go get the main enemy, and the main enemy is the government. All of that is going to be put to the back, to the bushes somewhere. That ideology, or we got to look at the main enemy, that's going to be put back into the bush. Okay, there's going to be one race of people fighting up against another race of people. Okay, you're going to have Christians fighting up against Muslims in these last days. You're going to have people fighting up against the government. So it's going to be a total chaos. It's going to be total chaos among the civilians. On all levels, man. What's going on? Right? So that's really the reality that we're coming into. We're coming into some threatening times, man. And they're already doing it right now. You got certain cops that are fully tooled and geared and equipped, and they running in people's homes and they grabbing them out their homes and arresting them or shooting them down. That's what's going on today. So if you know about this truth and you ain't down with this truth, man, and you get a bang on your door and something happen to you, you deserve it, man. You deserve it. Okay, go on, brother.
Amos 5 verse 16. Therefore Yahweh, the power of hosts, the Lord, saith thus, wailing shall be in all streets.
There you go. It says wailing shall be in all streets. All of the different streets of London, England, where we're located at, it's going to be wailing, and it's going to be total wailings out here. And the reason why there's going to be total wailings out here is because of what just happened, which is bound to come in the future. All right, and do we really care about that? Nah, we don't really give two shits. All we care about is the elect being sealed. That's why we're really out here. We're really out here to seal the elect of our people. Them that are Negro, Latino, and Native American descent, so-called. Okay, we out here to seal the elect of our people. If you're not a part of the elect, you just gonna walk right on past and do your worldly duties. That's what you're gonna do. Okay, and then ultimately you're gonna walk into that ditch, and that ditch is gonna be your grave, man. Even a guy that wanna straddle the fence, all right, walk in the middle of the road, so to speak, and he doesn't know whether he should be in the truth or in the world. And I want to say this again. I mean, if you've known about the faith or the truth for 7 odd years, or more than 3 years, and you ain't gotten contact with the cap, or decided to take this truth further, or to set up your own little thing, wherever you may be scattered in, because in certain countries, in most countries they don't have no caps. So if you ain't setting up no cap and you just doing your own thing, you're gonna be destroyed, man. Okay? If you don't take yourself into this truth and take yourself seriously and take Yahweh Baal Shem Yahweh Shai seriously into this faith, you're gonna be found out like the rest of these people, and you're not gonna know where to turn, whether you should turn left or right. Okay, because we're in some serious times now. Now it's no joking around. Like I said, you got the police officers now. They're going into certain people's address, grabbing them out of their homes. Okay, because of suspicion of terrorism. That's what they're doing today. You have police officers that are going into people's homes and knocking down people's doors and grabbing them up. And this is going on in England. This is not going on in America. This is actually going on in England, where they're knocking on people's doors, right? And they want to have a talk. They want to take you away from your home, your address, and have a talk with you at the police station. That's what they're doing. So I mean, if the time to repent is now. The time to repent is right now, man. Go on, brother.
So it said, wailing shall be in all streets, and they shall say in all the highways, alas, alas, and they shall call the husbandman to mourning, and such as are skillful of lamentation to wailing.
Right, what chapter is that, brother?
Amos chapter 5.
Amos chapter 5, okay. It says, those that are skilled of lamentation shall lament, and that's women. Women are highly skilled when it comes to crying and shedding tears. They're the skilled out of everybody when it comes to that, man. You know, so at the end of the day, it's just going to be straight chaos out here, man. You know what I mean? Hey, that's what the Lord, that's what the prophet Amos said, and he spoke through the spirit of the Lord, man. And if you ain't in this truth and you just doing what you want to do, like I said, man, you're going to get caught out there. You're going to get caught out there, man. Go on, brother.
Amos 30.
I tell you what, brother, read that verse again.
Amos 5 verse 16. Therefore, Yahweh, the power of the God of hosts, the Lord saith thus, wailing shall be in all streets.
Right.
And they shall say in all the highways, alas, alas. And they shall call the husbandmen to mourning, and such as are of skillful lamentation to wailing.
And that's what's going to happen on these streets. It's going to be nothing but wailing, man. And mourning on a higher level. Instead of partying at uptime, instead of going into a club, instead of being a bar drinker all day, it's going to be a totally different atmosphere. You know, and all of the things that we've said, all of the things that these crazy guys in robes were saying, it's now going to come into effect. It's now coming into effect now. So once that happens, we don't really have to be out here anymore. There's going to be a time coming where we're not going to be out here anymore, and pretty much all hell's going to break loose. That we've been talking about throughout the years. Okay, go on, brother.
It says, woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh.
Right.
To what end is it for you?
Go on.
The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light.
Right, it says the day of the Lord is darkness and it is not light. Because you got our people, they think that when the Lord comes, or everybody for that matter, they think that when the Lord comes, it's just going to be peace and happiness all together. Everybody's going to hold hands, okay, and people are going to be sucking on lolly ices, and you know, there's going to be all different sorts of types of, you know, oh man, what's the word, man? There's just going to be positive vibrations.
Hugs and kisses.
Hugs and kisses and flowers and daisies and nah, man. When the Lord comes, it's gonna be the quiet opposite. It's gonna be blood out here. Don't get me what is it? Luke 20, I believe it's Luke 21. The book of Luke 21 where it speaks about what should I be if fire already be kindled. That's what the Lord is gonna bring. The Lord is gonna bring the quiet opposite. Right now, it's a gorgeous day. It's a nice day, man. The sun is out, you know, it's warm. It's all right. But guess what? The atmosphere is going to change to something different. And all of these different individuals that rose up against us, you know, when it came to us teaching the word out here, they're going to get judged on that day. Because what they fail to realize is that we are the prophets of the Lord. We are the prophets of Yahweh Ba'al Shah, the supreme power that created the heavens and the earth. So when you rise up against the men of the Lord, you literally rise up against the higher power. Because that's the entity that we stand on, is the higher power. Alright, so it's going to be nothing but judgment for those individuals too. Go on, brother.
So it says St. Luke chapter 12 verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I, if it be already kindled?
So before Yahweh Shah comes, the Lord